Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday on this blessed and beautiful August 17th, 2025. Appreciate y'all being here. Got a great show for you ahead of us today. I'm very excited. Let me get this volume right on this smooth jazz background music. Got a great show for you today. Going to be reviewing a company called hotgraham Sauce Company LLC. Very excited. When I got that big old box of sauces in from Old Agnes store, hotgraham saw that I had gotten 3 of their sauces, and or maybe it was 4. I can't remember how much I got through that box. But they saw that I'd gotten some of their sauces, and they were like, "You're missing some." So they went ahead and was nice enough to send me the missing sauces in their lineup. Super gracious and humbled when companies do that. Makes me know I'm kind of doing something right with this show. I love that. Big fan of music. For those that don't know, I grew up doing band all throughout elementary school, middle school, and high school. I played the drums, started on clarinet, did marching band even. So love music. So when there is a music-themed company, that's pretty cool. So very excited to get to try these sauces and kind of experience the crescendo and decrescendo of their lineup. Little music humor for those that didn't catch that. So, very excited about this. We're going to get right into it. And we're going to start off with this one right here. This is the Toccata hot sauce. Love the artwork. I think it's a flute that's on the label right on this one. I could be wrong. I don't think that's a reed instrument. Yeah, I think it's a flute. Anyway, the Toccata hotgraham Sauce Company LLC. Ingredients on this one are going to be cider vinegar, sun-dried tomatoes, red bell peppers, onion, sweet vermouth, garlic, olive oil, salt, spices, parsley, and Carolina Reaper pepper. And these are made out of New Jersey. Oh my goodness. So we're going to shake it up. Shake it up. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. I know so far so good for me. All right. We're going to see what the nose knows. Okay. Ooh. I'm almost getting like vodka sauce. If you guys have ever had like a classic Italian pasta sauce, no, it's a vodka sauce. It is made with vodka. It's heavily herbaceous. And this is definitely giving off that kind of vibe. Heavily tomato, acidic, yet creamy because of the alcohol. Wow. This is going to be very interesting. I'm super intrigued. Great consistency. Love that no xanthan gum is being used. Because if you know what you're doing, it's not necessary. Great viscosity, thickness on top of the spoon. Mm. Very, very herbal right off the bat, but very you can smell the acidity from the tomatoes, the richness. Mm. 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 That's quite nice. Mm. So, mm. You get the acidity from the cider vinegar, which then gets balanced out by the acidity from the tomatoes. And when that richness from those sun-dried tomatoes comes in, you get hit with this nice flush rush of herbal spices, Italian level spices, hit with a mild garlic background. And then once that dissipates, you get hit with that nice wave of heat that just like flows up the palate. That's very, very nice. That's very enjoyable. And I love that even though Carolina Reaper is included in the sauce, it does not seem to be the main player and is not overpowering to the other flavors provided. It's one of the things I can't stand, and probably one of the reasons why I'm a little bit over Reaper sauces is that tends to be the case. It tends to just be hot for no reason. Flavor over heat. It's kind of like in music. Anybody can play something fast. But can you play it slow? Can you get into the groove? Can you accentuate all the flow? Can you appreciate what the music is supposed to tell you instead of just rushing through it? I can tell you right off the bat, on some fresh mozzarella, on some pasta, some hot pasta, chicken, on some chicken parm. This would be a mind-blowing experience. Heat-wise, you're probably looking at around a 2, maybe a 1.5 or a 2. But flavor-wise, this is a quality sauce. I'm going to give this an 8.7. Hotgraham Toccata hot sauce. Really, really great hot sauce. Definitely worth checking out. That is, like I said, that is an experience right there. Wow. Wow. Yum. Next up, we have a concerto hot sauce. Concerto. So we have a violin in the background of that one. And love the subtlety, the music applications, the names, the differences in the label work. That's very cool. Definitely a fan. Concerto. Excuse me. Ingredients on this one are going to be apple cider vinegar, beets. Ooh, I love me some beets. Onion, habanero pepper, spices, lemon juice, green onion, olive oil, salt, and cilantro. Yum. I feel like I've had like 3 sauces within the last like month that have included beet juice or beet powder or some kind of variation of beet. I don't hate it. I just had brought lunch to myself the other day, and I literally, like, there was beets in my lunch. I brought a separate container of beets because they're delicious. So let's try it. Let's see what the nose knows on this concerto. Ooh. Wow, my mouth just started salivating as soon as I smelled that. So the earthiness right away and that slight sweetness that comes out from beets, boom. That's exactly what you smell right off the bat. Wow. Definitely smell a good quality olive oil, for sure. And spices, I'm assuming, are going to be, again, some Italian seasoning. We're going to give this a little bit more of a Taylor Swift. We're going to shake it up, shake it up. Wow. It's like automatically, it's like, to me, it's screaming like turkey. So some kind of lean protein that is long baked. Like, seriously, automatically, I'm thinking about doing this as a turkey, like for Thanksgiving. This smells so good. That is lovely. Again, the sweetness that comes from a beet, that earthiness, is accentuated by the subtle sweetness that comes from a habanero that is in that sauce. But also the spices really make the earthiness expand more. To where it's much more boisterous and makes the savoriness of the sauce stand out incredibly so. That is so freaking good. That's unlike anything I've ever had sauce-wise. Very different. Herbs, cider vinegar, earthiness from the beets, subtle sweetness from the beets and from the habaneros, all working together to create this nice rise. It honestly stays on your palate for quite a bit of time, probably because of the use of the decent olive oil. It leaves you with such a pleasant aftertaste on your taste bud. It's absolutely incredible. Great sauce. Heat level, you're looking at about a 1. So it's going to be a little less than the other one. But flavor-wise, I think this might be higher than the other one. I think this might be a 9. This is a great sauce. I cannot wait to use it on turkey. That just is what that's screaming in my head is turkey. Use concerto on turkey. Like roast a giant turkey and use concerto. Might have to get a separate bottle just to do that. Make for a solid video, I'm sure. And again, it's not too hot. So even if it does reduce a little bit when done in a cooking process, used in a marinade or an application during a cooking process, it's not going to reduce down enough to where it's going to be crazy spicy at the end product. So I think it would be a solid sauce to use in that situation. So hot graham, concerto, hot sauce, quality. Quality. Yum. Very much yum. Okay. Next up, we have the sarabande. The sarabande. It's got a ukulele or a uke or a lute type of instrument on there. Small stringed instrument. Sarabande. Sarabande is another type of musical movement. I am not going to try to guess. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I don't want to say the wrong thing, so I'm not going to. But this, the Sarabande is a musical movement. I love that all of this is focused around musicality and music. I mean, you have the clef note as the main part of the logo, and that's awesome. Super cool. So in the Sarabande, you have vinegar, cranberries, apple, jalapeno pepper, shallots, ginger root, tequila, lime juice, garlic, olive oil, salt, and garam masala. Garam masala is a spice blend usually used in India. It's delicious, used in curry quite frequently. Very unique list of ingredients for that sauce so far. Super cool. Super cool. I love seeing sauces like that, where you're like, oh, it's not just the average pineapple habanero or something like that, you know, where that flavor profile has been used many times. And sometimes you get people that reinvent the wheel. That happens. But it's nice to see new things too. So let's see what the nose knows on this one. Ooh, okay. Wow. What is that I'm smelling? It's definitely the jalapeno. I think it's a mixture of the jalapeno and the garam masala. Very, very earthy. Nothing wrong with that. Nice viscosity, more of a table sauce as far as the thinness of it. Nothing wrong with that though. I love that good olive oil is being used, and how you can tell that good olive oil is being used is the amount of tiny bubbles, the amount of dissipation of the olive oil throughout the sauce. That's awesome. With the lesser quality olive oil, you tend to see it clump, and you tend to see a bigger pool of the oil instead of little things I notice. But that's awesome. That's absolutely incredible. And I appreciate craftsmanship like that. So, well, that's very interesting. That is very interesting. Okay, let's try it again. That is very unique. So, with this, you're getting... That's very unique. You get... Let me do that one more time. You get hit with the vinegariness, but you're getting hit with the subtle stone fruit sweetness from the cranberries. I'm hoping I don't sneeze right now. Nope. Excuse me. You get hit with that vinegariness, but then you get hit with this subtle sweetness from the cranberries themselves, along with this earthy tone from the jalapenos and the garam masala. And it's almost like an effervescent over your taste buds. And I think it's because of that disbursement of the oil. It seems heavy with flavor profiles, yet it seems so light as far as what you're taking into your body. That's why I feel like it's like an effervescent, like a bubbly almost sensation. Um, very unique, very different. I could see this being used all day on vegetables, all day, every day, nonstop. Grilled vegetables. Grilled vegetables as a marinade for protein. Wow. Made into a vinaigrette to toss on a nice mixed green salad. Maybe throw in some fresh mozzarella or even some chev, like some goat cheese, for some creaminess to accentuate the vinegariness. That's very different. It's very nice. The sarabande. With this, heat-wise, you're looking at about a 1. But flavor-wise, this is a 9. This is a solid 9. Sarabande hot sauce by Hotgraham Sauce Company, LLC. Very interesting. The use of the cranberry, the use of the gram masala, the jalapeno, the cranberries. How different, how unique in a flavor composition, and something like nothing you've tasted that's out there. Very, very unique. Very good. Very different. Like that. Yum! Next up, we've got the warm-up hot sauce. The instrument used in this one is a trumpet. It's not going to show it that well, but there we go. The trumpet. The warm-up hot sauce by Hotgraham Sauce Company, LLC. Ingredients on this one are going to be vinegar, pineapple, onion, jalapeno pepper, ginger root, lemon juice, cilantro, garlic, olive oil, salt, and spices. Again, made out of the great state of New Jersey. Actually going to be in their neck of the woods, not next weekend, but a little bit after. I will be in New York for about 7 days. Very excited about that. Okay, so let's see what the nose knows on this one. I love that pop. Ooh, okay. The warm-up indeed. Definitely smelling the ginger and the pineapple. Wow, okay. Give it a shot. Look at that pour. Look at that pour. That's beautiful. That's absolutely fantastic viscosity for a sauce. Not too pureed. Not too chunky. Just right in the middle. Oh, that's lovely. I don't know how more people haven't heard of this sauce company, but I'm getting knocked out of the park right now. This might be my favorite so far. Earthiness of the ginger with that slight, it's not sweetness, but that slight tinge that comes off of ginger. Right after that, an explosion of a slight bit of sweet that accentuates that ginger even more from the pineapple, then finishing with the earthiness of the jalapeno and the freshness and that nice bounce from that cilantro. Ooh, That is nice. Wow. Mmm. Mmm. What a poppiness to that. A nice bright and bop, bop, bop. Mmm. That's delicious. Wow. The use of the pineapple and the ginger to accentuate each other like that, but it's at the same. It's like you have two shows going on. There's a duet going on with the pineapple and the ginger, and then a follow-up duet by the jalapeno and the cilantro. And the maestro is the vinegar. And it all plays and works well together. Mmm. Great vinegar bite. Heat-wise, you're looking at about a 1. Nothing crazy. But this is a 10. This is so different, so unique. Hot graham, the warm-up hot sauce. Check this out. Check the sauce out. It's different. It's different. It's unique. It's versatile. Again, used on proteins, used on grilled veggies, used as marinades, as brush-ons during barbecuing, vinaigrettes, like endless possibilities. Very delicious and very different. Hot graham, the warm-up. Crazy. I'm just like blown away right now from that. That's crazy how good that was. And we still have one more sauce. What? I know. This one is the Dies Irae, or the Days of Wrath. Got some big old bells. Some big old bells right there in the Dies Irae. Come on. Come on, let's get a good close-up of that. Come on now. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. Here we go. Some nice giant bells. Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-dong. Ring ding dong, ring a ding 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 dong. You don't feel like people don't do enough anymore? Whistle. Like good whistlers. If you don't know how to whistle, sit down. But I feel like people don't whistle enough anymore. So this is the Days of Wrath, or the Dies Irae. Ingredients on this one are going to be cider vinegar, onion, pineapple, scorpion pepper, habanero pepper, Carolina Reaper pepper, wow, lemon juice, ginger root, vanilla extract, olive oil, salt, garam masala, which garam masala includes coriander, red chili, cumin, curry leaves, fennel seed, cloves, bay leaves, salt, cinnamon, black pepper, anistar, and mace powders. Get ready for a ride. This is what it sounds like. Ooh. Okay. I gotta get ready for this one. Oh, it's just like that earthy heat smell. You know that the scorpion reaper peppers, and the what was the third one that was on that list? Oh my gosh. the habanero. You can just tell that all three of them are there. They're having a good old party inside of the bottle, and they're gonna get you. Ooh. Let's see what this one's like. That's really all I can smell is earthy heat. So, oh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So many different flavors coming at you. So, with the Gram Marsala hitting those different spices, or the different peppers, and scorpion, the habanero, and the reaper, you're getting almost like a fresh... Now, I'm not talking about store-bought. I'm talking about like a real marshmallow flavor. It's very... It's off in the distance while you're getting those different herbs that are coming into masala, the herbs and the spice that are coming into masala. But you're getting this off to the left, marshmallowy kind of fluffiness and creaminess about the sauce that kind of clash. They don't clash, but they come together, those two flavors. And then at the front and the back of your palate, you're hit with this coexisting bash of heat coming from what I'm tasting is like the habanero and the scorpion coming from the front and the reaper coming from the back. It's essentially like hitting those savory flavors that are trying to come into play in the middle. Wow. That is not what I was expecting. Very interesting. What I also like is that the heat didn't come for a second. So you get to experience those flavors before you're hit with a smack in the face from those extremely hot peppers. Heat-wise, you're definitely looking at about, I'd say about a 4 for me. So non-chili head, you're looking at like a 7 or an 8. Just be aware. Okay, you're gonna get one to the good old Jack Johnson. Okay. But it's an enjoyable heat, especially because you get to experience the flavor before you're smacked in the face with said heat. That is enjoyable. Okay. Wow. I'd probably give this one a nice like 7.5, 7.7 out of 10. It's different, uses different ingredients, has a very unique flavor profile, and I could see this being used in certain circumstances, like for fowls, for birds. Very unique. Very, very unique. In curry, all day, every day. If you want your curry to be hotter, if you're a freak like me, you know, the SNA by Hotgraham Sauce Company, LLC. The Day of Wrath. Check these sauces out. Hotgraham is on, I do believe, yeah, they're on Facebook. They're on TikTok. They're on Instagram. They're also at hotgrahamsauces.com. You saw their whole lineup. If any of those sound good, go check them out on their private website, or hit up Old Agnes store. I know they've got quite a few of them. I do believe the Days of Wrath one is a new one that they've just recently added to their lineup. So check that out. Go support them. What a great small business. Amazing people, kind and lovely people as well. Please go check them out. Support them. Woo. Wow. Okay. So it's that time of the episode. I think it's important. It's important in life to be confident. Confidence is great. Confidence is golden. Confidence is key. But I also think it's important to be realistic. Does that make sense? I think it's important to have a sense of humbleness, or be humbled, to understand that I am this or that, but also know where you fit in the range of spectrum. Push yourself, accomplish things you didn't think you could do. But when it comes to outside stuff, variables such as that, living life, let's say the dating pool. It's crazy how many people think that they're 10s. 10 is perfection. And if we're reading the good book, nobody's perfect. So, for as many people who are like, oh, I'm a 10, that's pretty crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that seems not the case, logically. I know me personally, I'm not the best looking guy, not the worst looking guy. But on a realistic scale, I'm probably a 5 or a 6. I'm tall, so that adds a little bit, and I know how to cook, adds a little bit, but it's important to know where you stack in realisticness in life, but also be confident about where you stack up, if that makes sense, instead of confident in an outside degree that doesn't make sense. Be confident in exactly who you are on the inside and the outside. Do what makes you happy. And just be you. As long as being you doesn't affect anybody else negatively, and you bring a little bit of sunshine to other people in the world, you're doing as much as you can do with the time that we're given on this planet. So it's about that time today. As always, this has been Pepper Bay on the Church of Hot Sauce. And as always here on the Church of Hot Sauce, may the spice be with you and with you. I'll see y'all next weekend, same time, same place. And I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay breathing, stay blessed.